welcome to the channel, welcome back to the channel, whichever it is for you today, and something different here. So we're checking out I don't think it's a cover of this one. Someone suggested this a while back. It's Once Upon a Time by Dami. It's under 2 minutes, where I wouldn't normally like check those in one video, but I'm probably going to check it out twice because people said you need to check the lyrics out for this one. So what I'm probably going to do is check out whatever this performance is first, and then check out the lyrics after that. So yeah, love Dami. I'm guessing this is going to be rap. I don't know, because Dami can sing at the same time. And I know this is from her, I think. I think it's an original. I don't think it's a cover. So yeah, let's check it out. Oh, that instrumental. Look how cool she looks. Oh, I love that instrumental.
숲속에는 살고 있던 괴물이 아무리 노력해도 볼 수가 없대. 들려오는 울음소리 마치 비명소리같이 소름 끼친 더러운 모습들. 사람들 왈 귀는 집보다 더 커 얼굴은 두 개보다 많았대. 입은 크다 못해 내 나무조차 한 입에 다 씹어먹었대. 용감한 자 괴물을 물리쳐 자유와 마음의 평안을 가져다 주소서. 마을 사람들을 겁에 찔리기에 나쁜 자를 당장 내게 데려오라며. 겁에 찔리는 애는 두려워하고 아무도 나서지 않았지 전혀 no. 서로 눈치만 보다 나서지 못해 한 사람이 나와 사이를 걸어. 내가 못 온데도 울지 말아요. 좋은 일 하다 갔으니까 웃어주세요. 마땅히 찍은 좋은 사진 하나 없지만 가장 밝게 웃는 사진으로 걸어주세요. 어린 동생인 나에 대해서 묻는 남. 좋은 곳으로 긴 여행을 떠났다고 누가 말해줘야 항상 밝게 웃었다. 아무 걱정 말고 살거라. 한 줄기야 배추는 집 오랜 시간 기울여져 배틀되지. 인기척이 역시 안기 돌지 아무도 무엇도 없던 빈집에서 생겨난 이야기. 보고 싶은 대로 마음대로 와 하고 싶은 대로 마음대로 하던가. 남은 자들에겐 깊은 상처가 남아 평생 잊지 못할 기억에 살아.
What? Why is that only about 2 minutes long? It's less than 2 minutes, a minute and a half. I guess I'm going to check it out for the lyrics in a moment, but because it's the lyrics, I'm probably strong with that. She composed that as well, which I'm super impressed with because that instrumental was so good. I went perfectly for what that was. That was kind of like, it was rap, but it was kind of like spoken word rap, if that makes sense. And it's interesting because she's got a very much a like, not super beatnik look to her in this video, but like the way it's the build, even the room it's in is really like, it's really interesting. It's really interesting. Yeah, that was great. The bit when she went into like, that she broke it up a little bit with the flow was so cool as well. And the way she just delivered it all, great performance and everything going on. Why is that only a minute and a half? I can listen to like a full song of that. Is there a full song version of that, guys? Anyway, right, let me check out with the lyrics, because I'm very curious what I'm not normally a lyric guy, guys, but I'm very curious what the lyrics are for this one, because it was kind of done in a spoken word style. The lyrics normally take center stage with that, even though I'm not normally a guy for lyrics when it comes to music. So yeah, let's check this out. Right, let me just get the captions on and go. I love the setting, by the way, and like, oh, that instrumental. It's so soothing and chill, you know. I really hope there's a full version of this.
숲속에는 살고 있던 괴물이 아무리 노력해도 볼 수가 없대. 들려오는 울음소리 마치 비명소리같이 소름 끼친 더러운 모습들. 사람들 왈 귀는 집보다 더 커 얼굴은 두 개보다 많았대. 입은 크다 못해 내 나무조차 한 입에 다 씹어먹었대. 용감한 자 괴물을 물리쳐 자유와 마음의 평안을 가져다 주소서. 마을 사람들을 겁에 찔리기에 나쁜 자를 당장 내게 데려오라며. 겁에 찔리는 애는 두려워하고 아무도 나서지 않았지 전혀 no. 서로 눈치만 보다 나서지 못해 한 사람이 나와 사이를 걸어. 내가 못 온데도 울지 말아요 좋은 일 하다 갔으니까 웃어주세요 마땅히 찍은 좋은 사진 하나 없지만 가장 밝게 오는 사진으로 걸어주세요 어린 동생인 나에 대해서 묻는담 좋은 곳으로 긴 여행을 떠났다고 누가 말해줘야 항상 밝게 웃었다 아무 걱정 말고 살거라 한 줄기야 배치 배추는 집 오랜 시간 기울여져 배틀배틀대지 인규척이 없이 안기 돌지 아무도 무엇도 없던 빈집에서 생겨난 이야기 보고 싶은 대로 마음대로 와 하고 싶은 대로 마음대로 하던가 남은 자들에겐 깊은 상처가 남아 평생 잊지 못할 기억에 살아
Oh, I love that effect at the end. The tear. Whoa. Ooh. Wow. It was like story time. Like, do you know what I mean? It was like a fantasy story that she was telling, obviously with deep meaning. And I wonder what this is towards her. Like, cause I don't know. I'm not the best at interpreting. I can't even say the word. Lyrics, guys, but I don't know. Like a giant evil monster, like depression or something. I don't know. I don't know. That's not me saying that's what it is. I just don't know. Like, but the way it was done in like a storybook way, like a children's storybook, was so interesting. And her wanting to be, I mean, I'm guessing her wanting to be remembered by her brother, by having deep stuff. I don't know if she's ever described what this is about. I wish it was longer, guys. That's the only thing I'd say about it. I wish it was longer. But I love the storytelling. And do you know what, guys? I'm gonna do something a bit differently here. So that song reminds me of a song which I've loved for years, which I know some people check out music with me for the first time on the channel, which I love, by the way. That's insane that people do that. Like, it's incredibly complimentary. The people do that with me. I can't tell you how much. So I'm gonna do something here. I'm gonna bring up a song which that kind of reminded me of, in a way, in the way of storytelling. So if you enjoyed that from Dami, I would be shocked if you didn't enjoy this. It's called "What If Punk Never Happened" by the King Blues. So you may be people going, "Oh, I'm not into punk." This isn't a punk song. It's not a punk genre song. And people may not be into punk in general. What this is, I before we get into it, King Blues, by the way, are a ska band from London, from the UK in England, and ska isn't what this genre is either. So people going, "Oh, I'm not into ska music." That's not what this genre is either. This song, I should say, is kind of like a spoken word storytelling. So it's very much telling a story throughout the whole song. And it's about, basically, it's going to sound crazy to begin with, it's about the rapper, the Doc Brown from Back to the Future, strolls up past him and stops and wants to take him back to London in the 80s or the 70s, I think it's the 80s, to what would happen if punk rock never happened, if the punk movement never happened, what would happen politically and what would happen to society. And it's an incredible way of storytelling and everything like that, and it builds, the song builds. I won't say too much else because I want the song to speak for itself. I will say near the end of the song there's a lot of bands listed which are punk bands, and what's incredible about it, while I'm not the biggest fan of punk music, each band that's mentioned, what's mentioned with them is something that's very specific to that band, and it's incredibly well done. So yeah, something different here, guys. This is more of a recommendation from me, so let's check this out together. I'm heard it for a while. But if you enjoyed what that was from Dami, that storybook, well, not so much storybook, but that storytelling rap, check this out.
Well, on a cold Tuesday morning, I was walking into town. I had my headphones blaring. I didn't notice what was around. I crossed the road, a car swerved, nearly ran me down. I looked in the driver's seat. I swear to God, it was Doc Brown. He said, "Are you Michael J. Fox?"
The lyrics
I said,
are
"No, I'm Johnny
fantastic,
Fox."
guys.
He said, "Yeah, that's
It's a
close
masterpiece.
enough. You best get inside."
And again, I'm not normally into lyrics, but
see
this...
another time, a place you could only have dreamed of in your mind. It's an alternative reality, situated just outside of Clapham. So strap yourself in, cause where we're going, you
And it's
don't
got
need
an
roads
amazing
to
instrumental.
get to where punk never happened. We landed in a concrete desert, rubble as far as the eye could see. I says to Doc, where we going? Doc says he's following me. We found the only building in the city that was left standing. It was my local venue, I know, because I recognized the landing. And there's a gig on tonight. This town ain't so bad. I got everything I need right here in this pad. So I pulled out a bottle and took it.
See the storytelling?
Made myself comfortable and got ready for the gig. Well, an hour after doors and there was still no one there. The sound man was on acid, the fucking long hair. And the bands never showed, cause they didn't see the point. When all the kids are at home, still smoking a joint. They won't go out and do nothing. Man, not on your Nelly, now they're just watching the telly. And then they're feeding their belly.
Flow.
Their parents listen to the Beatles while they listen to Nirvana. The Green Day and the Pistols, well, they never heard either. They got long sleeve t-shirts, they never shower. Man, they still believe in flower power. Yeah, the hippie dreams faded, but they got nothing new. So they wear flares and slippers and burn incense sticks too. The kids would rather skate than go out and smash the state, while their parents sit still and meditate. Man, actions that are low when people just don't care. They zoned out to their surroundings, the anger's not there.
It's so poetic.
This hippie grunge reality, where the buildings are crumbling down from apathy. Yeah, they grab you at school when you've just turned 13 and show you your brand new lifelong routine. You can sleep and work and sleep, so you can save up the money to buy a new Jeep. So you can sleep and work and sleep, then work, then work.
So good. Talk about the mundane aspects of life. Fanzine is a punk magazine.
The words bled right off of the pages till it had nothing left to say. I banged on the jukebox, but it was useless. It had no good records on, not even something weak like the best punk album in the world ever, Volume 1. And outside the windows I saw the excavators coming to tear the place down. No one stopped them, for there is no community left in this town. There's no one around to fight Margaret Thatcher. The power of the flower just couldn't match her. Too strong was the will of Parliament to cause damage. Then with no punk rock, everything went unchallenged. Land got knocked down to build.
It's quite political, guys, but and I'm not normally into political music, but it's just the storytelling is so good.
Of course the young folks' attendance started to fade, so it was easy for the police to move in, they were trusted. And that's when the whole damn town got busted. They moved CCTV cameras in everywhere, but the people were too apathetic to care. They made them carry ID cards to state where they're from, as if by being born they had done something wrong. They shipped all the poor folk to live out in the edges, so the rich folk could move in and peer over their hedges. But before you leave,
and now he's speaking from
you a favor. Now
the perspective of one of the rich people.
Go find somewhere new. I know you ain't got the money, cause it's me who employs you. I know everything about you, where you eat, how you dress, your hobbies, your turn-ons and your email address. Well, I had you working in the dark, you didn't realize I completely stopped your ability to organize. I didn't let you have a reason to communicate. I banned punk rock, knowing you hippies would seal your own fate. I controlled everything you wrote, everything you created. I distracted you with advertisements so you forgot what you hated. I played your dark side, kept you consuming and competing. And like a dog that doesn't know when to stop beating, you took it all along was it my intention. You could have beat me if punk rock was your invention. Instead the city will be sold to the highest bids. If only Sham 69 had have united the kids.
Sham 69 is the first punk rock band which is mentioned, so remember the bit I said about earlier? Here it comes. Oh, it's so good.
If only the foreskins had told us ACAB, if only the Ramones had let us know
all the bands are in bold.
If only the Buzzcocks had shown us how to do it ourselves. If only Christ had shown us there were things more important than wealth. If only the Vandals had shown us it was okay to smile. If only the dead Kennedys had helped us put our government on trial. If only Rancid had played live and brought with them that vibe. If we'd have had Sick of all the Madball, we could have put them all on the front line. If we'd have had Gigi Allen, we'd have learned it's okay to be
instrumental building.
Then we could have innovated. If we'd had Poison Idea, then they couldn't push us over.
Always.
If we'd had Minor Threat, then we could have done it sober. If we'd had Against Me, we could have done it unplugged. If we'd had Operation Ivy, we could have done it and fucked off. If we'd had the Blitz, the Clash, Disorder, Propaganda, the Exploiting, no effects, and anyone that's handy, there's a lesson to be learned. One that I will take home when I return to my normal reality zone. Punk rock has the power to change the world. It lies in every single punk rock boy and girl. So don't let anyone tell you you're not worth the earth. These streets are your streets, this earth is your turf. Don't let anyone tell you you've got to give in, cause you can make a difference. You can change everything. purpose.
for lyrics.
After all, you were put on the earth to do this. So shine your light so bright that all can see. Take pride in being whoever the fuck you want to be. Throw your fist in the air in solidarity and shout Viva la pop, just one life anarchy.
Goosebumps. And the instrumental is a gorgeous instrumental. I mean, that's the thing with me, guys. When songs take me on journeys like that, I mean, and that's what the Dami Once Upon a Time did, you know. And Once Upon a Time, the title makes even more sense now because again, it was like a story. But yeah, that's why it reminded me of that song. Like again, takes you on a journey, tells a story, which I know people would go, well, there's a lot of songs that tell a story if you check the lyrics out, but I mean a literal story, beginning to end journey, you know. That song to me is a masterpiece in my opinion. Now King Blues, like I said, they're mostly a ska band. They do go into rap a little bit by the rapper, but I think that song's a masterpiece. I think the storytelling that goes on, and even though I don't know everything about punk, I do know about the effect that it had on society in Britain, in London, in England, and everything like that. So even having that little bit of knowledge gives you big appreciation of what that song says. And that last, like, when he lists the bands and why the bands, what the impact that they made on society and on punk music, and saying how there's none of that because of this alternative reality basically where punk never happened. It's genius. It's genius lyricism. Lyricism, is that a word? I don't know. And then at the end where he just goes into full inspirational mode. It's so great. It's so great, and those lyrics are so stunning that, you know, it's starting to well up a little bit thinking about them. And they're lyrics that I've listened to now and again over the years, and have really hit. I don't think you need to be into punk or anything to really have that last section of that song resonate with you, and the way that the instrumental builds to that moment and you know, hits that climax. It's great. To me, it's a masterpiece, that song. So yeah, just wanted to. If you guys, obviously there's people watching this that will probably know this song and probably know it inside out and know it much better than I do, and I may have done a disservice to it just now, I don't know. But if it's your first time hearing it, great, awesome, I'm glad. Thank you for staying till the end of the video to check it out with me. Because again, as soon as I certainly checked out the lyrics like section for Dami's song, it brought me back to that and everything. And oh guys, that Once Upon a Time with Dami, that's the only thing with it. It's a minute and a half. I'd happily have a full version of that. I don't know if there is, because I thought it was fantastic. Like the composition, which she did herself, the music behind it as well as the way she delivered it. Obviously, I love Dami's rapping anyway, but it was so interesting. Like I have questions for it and everything, you know, which I don't know if she's answered. I don't know, but oh man, if she's done any other videos like that, guys, please suggest them to me. And if you enjoyed the video, guys, hit that like button. Head over to the links, as I always say. Give Dami some support. And King Blues. Maybe, you know, you may check another King Blues song you like. I haven't checked one out that's like that from them, I'll say that. But I'm sure there must be one out there. Because that song was just like, it just hit me for 6. And I was like, oh, insane. And please subscribe, because plenty of Dreamcatcher on the channel and the Dreamcatcher Reactions playlist, and plenty more on the way. I hope you guys have a lovely rest of your day, morning, afternoon, night, whenever you're watching this. Please take care.